Sure. Hey everyone, this is Tahmid, and I have with me Choyon, who is the CEO, and I'm the CEO of Onnow. We're actually incorporated in Singapore, and we started our venture in Bangladesh. As you might know, Bangladesh is a country of 165 million people, where 50% of the population are under the age of 30. So over 1 million SME restaurants in the emerging markets in Asia are actually struggling to compete with large corporation, big restaurant chains. And the same scenario is in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, you name it. So what we do is we're building a cloud kitchen company which does not own a single cloud kitchen. So what we do is we build proprietary restaurant brands and we give franchise to our restaurant partners, which are the really small SME restaurant partners. So we give them the full access to our tech stack. We give them the full supply chain support, order generation, marketing, and all they do is they produce the food for our brands. As we speak, we have almost 25 outlets running in Dhaka, Bangladesh, which is the capital, and we are adding 4 restaurant partners every single month. By the end of this year, we plan to open 60 outlets, and obviously for that reason, we need the guidance and support from the Techne team in terms of building modern concept, fusion concept that people wants to try out in the market. We want to test them, and we have an iteration process through which within 7 days, we can know whether this will work or will not work. So we have that process in place. And then on top of it, obviously, we will be getting a lot of guidance that we don't necessarily see it in developing countries, what we can learn from the developed countries. So that is also something that we need to see if we can apply the processes that works well in developed countries, in countries like Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan. So yeah, that's pretty much about Onnow. And just to add, we have been a winner of Impact Collective, which is the largest impact-driven accelerator program in Asia. We have been supported by the Telenor Group, and also the government of Bangladesh has given us a grant, and they have made us the top 9 startup out of 7,000 startups in Bangladesh. So good to be here. Thank you all.
Tahmid, what are your 3 major challenges, and where will you be once they are resolved?
Right. So one of the biggest challenge, obviously, is in terms of innovation, in terms of culinary space. So what new concepts we are bringing in, and then how scalable that concept is, because whatever we do has to be super scalable, so that in one night we can launch this in 20 outlets at the same time. So from that angle, I think we already have almost 100 SKUs across 5 brands. And we believe that with the support of the right culinary team and experts, we can add more to that. We can see also on top of it, we can, I would say, make our whole process more streamlined, how we can, add more efficiency to the process, to what we do. Because obviously, franchising is a new concept in that part of the world. But in the developed countries, everything is on a franchise basis. So there's so much to learn from this developed countries. And I believe Techne team has that expertise. So yeah, if we can get through all these challenges, and obviously one of the common one, I think we all startups here face is the financial challenge. So I don't want to go into that, but we do believe that in terms of cold chain also, we can make a lot of changes. Basically, our team is actually, we are the guys from food manufacturing. We're into manufacturing business, we're into technology business, and into retail business. So not necessarily we're in the restaurant business. So this is also a gap that we have. So definitely we can get some value out of it. And if we get all, if we can, contribute towards all these challenges, in the end, our target of, reaching out 600,000 ARR by the end of this year, hopefully we'll get that.
So one of the strong points of Onnow is obviously the supply chain integration. I think they have done it beautifully. And this is what separates them from the others, and they have a blue apron kind of concept where the entire recipe is delivered to the cloud kitchen. And apart from cloud kitchen, they are also trying to go to personal kitchens right now. Okay, and that's the journey that we will be helping them on. Any questions, please, for Onnow?
Hi, quick question for me, please. Hi, James Lemon here from Stripe. Really interesting concept. I did a bit of work with Uber as they would launch their dark kitchens in the UK. Could you just give us kind of 30 seconds on the maturity of the new food delivery market in Bangladesh? If you think about the DoorDashes and Grubhubs of the US and Deliveroo in the UK, Just Eat, what's the situation in Bangladesh in terms of major players and their penetration?
Yeah, so in Bangladesh, there are pretty much 3 companies who's doing the logistics part. We call them the logistics companies because they're doing the delivery. So one is Foodpanda. So Foodpanda is very popular in Pakistan also, and then Singapore, Malaysia. I think they're also having a good market share there. And after that, we have Alibaba-owned Hungry Naki. So this is also a local startup which was acquired by Alibaba Group, Daraz Alibaba. And then we have the Pathao team. Pathao is the largest startup in Bangladesh. They're super popular and successful in the ride sharing. And now they're into food also. And our main partners are actually Hungry Naki and Pathao. And I would say they see so much potential in Onnow, they consider us as one of their own. And just how, Swiggy got their own brands, Foodpanda got their own brands. So Pathao and Hungry Naki, they're not into the brand business. So they partner with us, and they give us the rate, the delivery rate, which is 15%, which is almost unbelievable. So this is an amazing deal that we have with them. So that is also helping us to scale very quick with their support.
Lovely. Yeah, bang on. Great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Tahmid, I have a quick. Sorry. I have a quick question for you. We just read about Cludio.
Yeah.
Are they a competitor? How do you view them? They just shut down.
Oh yeah, they just shut down because honestly, we were making the same mistake at the same time. Luckily, we pivoted last year. We were building kitchens, which was too heavy on the capital side, on the asset side. So we realized that for Bangladesh, raising investment from VCs to actually build kitchens is not going to work. So Cludio could not go back. We thought, no, our brands are so strong. Rather than building our own kitchens, we can, empower all the underutilized kitchens in the market. And that number only in Bangladesh is almost 50,000 kitchens out there. And then if we add the home kitchens, then you see that's a crazy number that we have. So why invest in asset? Why invest in something and block the cash? So rather we can spend on growth.
This is Subhash. I have a quick question. So definitely you guys did a good thing on the physical supply chain stuff, but parallelly where most of these kind of startups have trouble is not knowing where the financials are. Okay, so there's a parallel financial supply chain that you need to think about and not find out, like the example you just gave, oh, they were building and then suddenly, that was a problem, so we had to stop it, right? So those are all reactive solutions that can put you out of business because then the capital went in too much. So I don't know if you've thought about building a parallel financial flow of the money that goes into all these things, and they're all different. Every single country is different, every location is different, every product is different. So where are your thoughts on that?
So going forward, what we see is that in terms of the supplies that we sell to our partners, there's a massive BNPL play. So there is an automated KYC because obviously we know exactly what their expenses are because they have to integrate into our Onnow operating system. So we know their expenses, we know the revenues. So we can do an automatic digital KYC and actually give them a credit support to buy our own goods. So that is also something that we are considering going forward.
But is that human-based or is it you kind of...
No, fully automated. Fully automated. The system will basically tell how much credit we can offer to the partners. So that whole credit system, the BNPL system, will automate it into our own operating system.
That's good because the moment you introduce people in there, you got financial other issues.
100%, yeah.
One of the interesting things from a hospitality standpoint is hotels. Most hotels, a lot of hotels have kitchens and a lot of food and beverage space. Most hotels either lose money, very, very few people make money. So that's, and there's some very interesting models that are emerging around leveraging this unutilized capacity in US. We actually bought a couple of companies that are doing some very interesting things. And that's another thing that Tahmid and his team can kind of look at and we could, explore, is to see how we can partner with a lot of the hospitality chains in that part of the world and utilize a lot of that. It's actually a phenomenal value proposition to take something which is cost-making in hotels to actually cutting down that cost and starting to make it profitable. So there's some very interesting opportunities we're looking to explore with Onnow.
Thank you, Manish.
Thank you.